What is going on today, guys? AU here, and today we are bringing you playoffs week 1 of our NSL draft. Now, maybe, I'm assuming that my draft breakdown for my other draft league went up yesterday. So if you missed that, definitely check it out. I'll have that linked in the description and also be at the end of this video. So just watch this all the way through and you'll have an easy way to get there. So yeah, definitely if you missed that out, definitely check that out. I really like the draft we have in that league. If you don't know, I am starting another YouTube league. It is a national Dex draft league, so it's a little more expansive, a lot more expansive than what this draft league is. And I'm really excited to use all the Pokemon that's in that draft league. But we're here for playoffs, right? Playoffs week 1. We made the number 2 seed, first draft league ever, so that's like really cool. And we are bringing some heat this week. 3 Pokemon in particular on this team, I promise you nobody is expecting, because I haven't ran into these sets anywhere. I've come up with pretty much all of them on my own. I did have some help with a couple friends, and once the last week hits, I will be kind of naming those people out. But I've had some help from some friends in a group chat. We mock battles and team building and stuff like that. And this team is solid against his team. Now you can see the person I'm facing's team right here on the left hand side of the screen. And they made it was my week 3 battle, and it was actually the first week that I picked up, or I made all my transactions with Lapras and Flygon and Leafeon. So a lot's changed since then. They did change a couple Pokemon around. They don't have Charizard anymore, which I am so happy about, because that means I don't have to bring Gigalith. They do have Hippowdon though, which is a little bit scary, but a lot less scary than what I thought it was. We'll get into that a little bit more. They still have Wobbuffet, they still have Ditto Gardevoir, a bunch of scary things, but basically if a Wobbuffet comes in, I'm going to Swords Dance. He's going to Encore probably, so we'll see what happens there. He picked up Escavalier, and he still has Helos, Dracovish, G-Max Gengar, all those, and Shedinja is actually a little more scary this week than what it was the last time, because it can just wall my Lapras completely during my max turns. But he has a Sand Setter, I have a Sand Setter, I have Stealth Rocker. I don't think he's bringing Shedinja, so yeah, I don't think I have to worry about that. But with all that, I said all that for, and if you are new here, subscribe, because posting Pokemon videos like this every single day. I'm getting a lot more in the draft league. Like I said, we'll have 2 coming up, 2 every week for the next 3 weeks, and then after that, hopefully the next 3 weeks. If I lose this week, then this is the only week that 2 are going to be up. Hopefully for the next 3 weeks, if I make it all the way to the finals in this draft league. And then after that, we'll have this association, the NSL, is going to be taking a 10-week break. So we will be coming back whenever the DLC drops. So that's going to be fun. And you don't have to worry, because I will be in another draft league throughout that whole time. So I'll have videos going up every single week, and right around the time this one starts again, that one should be ending. So kind of try to time them pretty perfectly there. But without further ado, we're gonna jump right into this team, because like I said, this team is very good, and my EV spreads are all over the place. They're a little complex. I did a lot of calcing for playoffs. Since it is playoffs, I'm really trying to at least make it to the finals, and I'm definitely trying to win. If you don't know, there is a plushie on the line with a max cap of $100. So yeah, that would be really cool if we win and we're able to get a plushie. So we are starting the team out right here with our G-Max Lapras. Expert Belt Water Absorb, because he does have Dracovish. The only thing is, I don't want him to read a switch in on Lapras and low kick. That's gonna hurt a lot. But we can live it, and then we can go into Girder or something from there, or Aegislash. But yeah, another annoying thing is repeatedly switching in Lapras on Dracovish over and over if rocks are up. So that's something we have to watch out for too, because it can really just whittle down Lapras to a point where it's almost useless. It happened to me twice in my mock battles. It still picked up kills, because I can still, like, if I'm at like 30%, I still can G-Max it and eat a hit from Heliolisk, which is great. So yeah, so that's the thing. And we are running 8 speed EVs, just because I think it's his Eldegoss that can actually kind of speed creep us a little bit. So instead of running 4 just to hit 1 speed faster, I'm running 8 to hit 2 speed faster, just to see if he is trying to hit 157 to outspeed me at 156. I'm going to hit 158 to outspeed him at 157, which happened in my mock battle. They tried to speed creep me with Eldegoss. since I ran 8 EVs in my speed, we outsped and we OCO'd with max resonance, got our veil up and everything. So that's the thing there. We are also running drill run, and that is so the Heliolisk, if it's dry skin, can't just come in and completely wall us. And we are running Thunderbolt in case the Ditto wants to come in, and then we can just max lightning and not have to worry about that. So that's the Lapper set, similar to what I ran the last time, but I think the last time I didn't have drill run. So this time we're bringing drill run. He might be AV. If he's AV Heliolisk, that doesn't matter because drill run is a physical move. We OCO all the time. If he's max speed, max special attack, which he should be, so we don't have to worry there. And here is one of the sets that is insanely good. Specs Aegislash is something, Special Aegislash is something I haven't ran all season long. Much less Specs. Specs Aegislash, let's just say a Shadow Ball chips a Hippowdon that is not specially defensive, chips a Hippowdon for 70%. He doesn't have a switch in on Specs Shadow Ball unless he switches in Heliolisk, which is a thing. But Flash Cannon does a ton to Heliolisk. We are Specs though, so if he does switch it in on the Shadow Ball, then we do have to switch out into something, and our main switch into Heliolisk is Girder. But basically the thing about this set is if he's not running any special defense, like any special defense bulk, Steel Beam OCOs him, and I'm sure he's not expecting it. Steel Beam, it's not even close if Steel Beam OCOs him. If he's max Spadef plus Spadef, we do like 98%, and then if he's max Spadef not plus Spadef, then we have a chance to OCO him. So if he should be running some special defense investment because we have Lapras, which is the main counter. Like Leafeon is also there, but like I said, Leafeon set is something good too, but we don't really run offensive Leafeon a lot, so I don't know if he's going to prep for offensive Leafeon, so we'll just have to see. But like I said, Steel Beam OCOs him if he's not max Spadef plus Spadef, so that's the thing. Like, he really has to watch out for that. Other than that, Aegislash takes care of his Gardevoir. He can't switch Ditto in on a Shadow Ball. Let's see, what else does he have on his team? Like, Dragovich doesn't like Shadow Ball. Gengar is going to OCO us if he is max Gengar. If Gengar's max is over and we're in shield form, we might have a chance. Wobbuffet doesn't want to eat a Shadow Ball. If he is it Overcoat? No, I don't. Overcoat doesn't. Does Overcoat? Maybe Overcoat blocks Shadow Ball, but I don't think he's bringing a Escavalier. And then obviously Shedinja doesn't want a Shadow Ball either. So that's basically the Aegislash set. This is something scary, and like I said, I'm doing the same thing with Aegislash's speed. We're hitting 158 just in case that Eldegoss does want to try to speed creep us. Now we are going back to our Scar Flygon again this week. We have Outrage this week just because that's the only way we OCO Dragovich. Dragonclaw does not OCO a Dragovich at 100% HP. So we are running Outrage. The only thing is, he could switch in Gardevoir. I feel like Gardevoir is the likely bring this week. I had practice matches against Gardevoir though, and it didn't give me a lot of trouble. So hopefully we can deal with it other ways. He could switch in Gardevoir on an Outrage. He can't switch in Ditto on an Outrage though. He might be trying to predict the Earthquake. I go for Outrage. I OCO the Ditto. We have the Fire Punch just in case, like against Eldegoss, we have the Fire Punch for if he wants to bring Shedinja. Like I said, I don't think he's going to, but it's something you have to prep for. You can't really not have any moves on any of your Pokemon to not hit Shedinja, because he's just going to switch them in every single time, and if he knows you don't have those moves, then you're not going to be able to do anything about it. But yeah, so that's the Flygon set. Then we have U-Turn. We have U-Turn to get momentum. Our speed EVs on our Flygon are 1 point higher than Gardevoir. So if he Scarf Gardevoir, we will still outspeed him. Meaning we can get an Earthquake off or a U-Turn off. I put 4 EVs in the HP. I put a little bit more into special defense. I just kind of stuck them there. I have a little bit in defense, a little bit in special defense, just kind of give me more bulk. And then we are running Adamant this week. So this means if we do more than 6% to Gengar, we OCO him in max form with Earthquake. It's insane. This damage output on Adamant Scarf is insane. I haven't ran Adamant Flygon this year or this season so far, so it's new to me. When I saw the HP bar go down on Gengar in the practice matches, it went from 100 to like 4%, and I was like, that's actually insane. So like I said, we do more than 6% to Gengar, or we get that 6% chip. Maybe he even gets chip from his own sand, then Flygon Okos at that point, so that's great. My favorite set out of this whole team though is the Ninetales set. We're running Ninetales with a jetpack and overheat. So this thing right here is it's basically built so I can have momentum. His only switch into my Leafeon is his Ditto, really. He can come in with Eldegoss, but if he comes in with Eldegoss and I Leaf Blade and then I X Scissor after that, then Eldegoss is gone. He has to come in with his Ditto on a Leaf Blade, and then he has to hit me with X Scissor, and that's going to force me to switch out. But my switch in is Ninetales, right? So I'll switch in Ninetales, he'll X Scissor, he'll Leaf Blade. He doesn't have any other moves. Like my Leafeon is running Baton Pass and Swords Dance, so his only other two moves, like he can't touch Ninetales, and I know that. So I'll switch in Ninetales. If he doesn't double into Hippowdon, then we're in a really good spot, because at that point I Nasty Plot, and when he switches in on Hippowdon, I Overheat. So if he's not Max Spadef plus Spadef Hippowdon, Overheat at +2, Okos Hippowdon. We just have to hit it, and that's the thing. So we hit the Overheat, Hippowdon is gone, it's out of there, even if he's max. I'm gonna read you this calc. If he's max, we do 71 to 84. So if we do more than 30% of that Hippowdon and we're at +2, Overheat will take him out. Also, if I do Nasty Plot and I Overheat, my Jetpack still procs, so I'll still get to switch out into something that can counter the rest of his team. So we get a lot of momentum that way. Obviously, if we do that too early, then he can bring in something and say, like, I proc my Jetpack, I want to go into Flygon, he can just bring in his Gardevoir and force me to swap out, but that's nothing to really worry about. The point is, like, this is built to give us momentum. We can OHKO a Pokemon, a Jetpack out, and go into a Pokemon that we want on the field. We also have Memento, so we can, say his Dracovish is locked into something that's not Fishious Ren, we can Memento that. We can Memento his Gardevoir if we want to, and then Weather Ball just honestly just does an insane amount of damage. I doubt that I'm ever going to be switching Ninetales in on Hippowdon, so Weather Ball doesn't really apply there. If somehow Ninetales and Hippowdon end up in the sun, then Weather Ball does it like 60%, so it's a 2-hit KO. And like I said, with the speed EVs, we're 1 point faster than Gardevoir. If he's Scarfed, he's going to be faster anyways, but he doesn't really have anything that can touch us that much. And then the rest of the EVs are just kind of sprinkled into the defenses. Then we have our Girder here with Defog. This thing is very important because rocks are annoying, and it plays a really interesting role this week. Girder is here to be a healer switch in. It is also here to, if he leads G-Max Gengar and he just G-Maxes off the rip, then Girder switches in, and Girder, I'm sacking off Girder at that point. That's Girder's job. If he leads Gengar and he maxes it, Girder's job is to come in, eat a hit, eat another hit, Fire Punch, go down, and then I bring in Flygon, and I OHKO the Gengar at that point. The max he can do to us is like 49%, so as long as he doesn't crit us, then we live 2 max. Phantasms, does that lower defense? Yeah, lowers defense, so we don't even have to worry about that. He could max Ooze, but if he max Oozes, then he doesn't knock out with the next max Phantasm anyway, so we get a Fire Punch off. So either way, we get the Fire Punch off. Flygon comes in and he OHKOs with Earthquake. So that's kind of the thing. Like I said, it's also a Healerless switch in. Another scenario that could happen is I lead Leafeon, he leads Healerless. I don't want to be in on Healerless with Leafeon because I want to kind of preserve Leafeon's HP. So I go in Girder, he Volt switches, and we have to play the switch game basically. But yeah, we are max Spadef plus Spadef, 224 HP, 12 attack. We OHKO Healerless with Drain Punch, and then 20 defense. So that's kind of basically the Girder spread right there. Also, Girder is really important to see if his Dracovish is Scarfed or Banded. If he does more than 50% with Fishious Ren to Girder, then he is Banded, which is good to know because that means Leafeon's faster, Ninetales is faster, and that's basically all that really matters for. But yeah, so then that means basically that just means that Ninetales can Memento the Dracovish at that point. And finally, we have our Leafeon here with Life Orb, Chlorophyll, Leaf Blade, X Scissor, Swords Dance, Baton Pass. Like I said, we are bringing offensive Leafeon this week. Basically, this is my designated lead. It hard counters his Hippowdon. It does like 70%. with Leaf Blade, it will scare the Hippowdon out. So that's the thing. We also have Baton Pass for momentum. If I do get Swords Dances off and I do want a Baton Pass out, then and his Ditto and his Gardevoir are gone, or they're not there at all, then Earthquake kind of just wrecks his whole team. So then we could go into Flygon. But yeah, we're running offensive Leafeon, max attack, enough speed to outspeed Gardevoir, 4 in HP and special defense, 12 in defense, and max attack Adamant. So nobody's expecting, definitely nobody's expecting the Ninetales, and nobody's expecting this Leafeon, and nobody is expecting the Aegislash. So I'm recording this actually the day before my battle. My battle's tomorrow at like 3, I think, or something like that. So it's late year. It's like 11:45. I might do a couple more practice matches, but I'm gonna be going to bed here pretty soon, and I will catch you guys tomorrow when we get to the battle. Alright guys, we are here, and he brought pretty much exactly what I practiced against. This is exactly what I thought he was gonna bring. My lead here is always Leafeon. Like I said, if he leads Gengar, we're gonna have to do some switching. But we'll see what he leads. He goes for Gardevoir, which I'm actually not upset about. I'm just gonna Leaf Blade here, honestly. He might have Mystical Fire, which could be a little annoying, but if he does, then we'll go into Ninetales afterwards. I'm gonna go for this Leaf Blade. We'll see if he switches. His only switch in really is Ditto, which means if he goes Ditto, I can go Ninetales, and then if I go Ninetales, he has to go Hippowdon. So he goes into Gengar. And that means, ooh, that did a lot of damage. That means that now, do I think he's going for a poison move? Because if he goes for a poison move, I can probably just Shadow Sneak him if he maxes. But I don't want to do that. I want to play the safe game. I'm gonna go into Girder. Girder was meant to take these hits. He Sludge Waves. Okay, he doesn't poison us, which I guess is like good or bad. I'm gonna go for the Fire Punch here. Girder was meant to take these hits. If Girder goes down, that's not the end of the world. He does have Ditto and Gardevoir still, so if I try to Earthquake Heliolisk, he could just swap in and take care of them there. But I'm just gonna keep Fire Punching. Let Girder go down here. Girder has done its job basically. I mean, it was basically meant so that my other Pokemon did not take damage from the Gengar. And Aegislash here can just come in and go for a Shadow Sneak, and then he's probably going to go into Heliolisk, which prompts me to go into Flygon at that point. Or I can go into Flygon here and just Earthquake, which means he goes Ditto or Gardevoir. If he goes Ditto, my switch in is probably Leafeon, I would think. I'm going to Flygon here, and I'm going to press Earthquake and see what he goes for. If I Outrage, that prompts Gardevoir, which prompts Aegislash, so maybe Outrage is the better play. But that also means he just gets a free move off. I'm just going to Earthquake. He does switch out, so he's going to go into Gardevoir. That's fine with me. Go for the Earthquake. He traces the Levitate. That's fine. I'm going to go into Aegislash here. And if he goes for Mystical Fire, that's a great read on his part. I don't think he should go for Mystical Fire, though. Like, he knows I have to switch. He just doesn't know. Okay, he goes Hippowdon. If he is not specially defensive Hippowdon here, Weoko him with Steel Beam. I'm clicking Steel Beam. We'll see if he's got any investment. Steel Beam, he does not Weoko that Hippowdon. And that's exactly what we had that for. And we get some Grassy Terrain recovery back, so we're in a good spot with that. He goes Heliolisk though. He goes Heliolisk. Do I think he's gonna Volt Switch? Earthquake's damage output right now is not. He's got one more turn of Grassy Terrain, so Earthquake will do more damage next turn. But that could just prompt another Gardevoir switch in. think I want to save Aegislash for this Gardevoir. And I think I'm gonna go into gonna go into Flygon here. Yeah, I can go into Flygon here. Go into Flygon. If he Volt switches, he probably goes Gardevoir. He subs, so he is Substitute, which is a little annoying. But I can Earthquake here. He might feel safe. We do go for the Earthquake. We hit it. He might be Sandvale now. He goes for the Hyper Voice, and that does a ton of damage. Now he could just hope that we miss. He could just hope that we miss this. And he could go for another sub, or he switches into Gardevoir here. Or he switches into Gardevoir here. I think I just go hard Aegislash here. I think I just go into Aegislash, expect him to go Gardevoir. We switch out first because they're faster. He Hyper Voices, so that's good, I guess. He is going to be faster, so I can just Flash Cannon. He has no, like, he can go in a Ditto, but I don't think he wants to go in a Ditto. I'm just going to Flash Cannon here. Don't want to Steel Beam because, yeah, he's going to sub. I'm going to Flash Cannon. We miss. No, that's not what I wanted. Not what I wanted at all. I'm just going to Flash Cannon again. I need to get rid of this. He's going to Glare. So he's trying to paralyze and make me miss. Good thing is he cannot set up the sand anymore, so this is his last turn of sand. He's probably gonna go for sub again. Sorry for the lag. I'm not sure why it's lagging. We do hit, we crit, doesn't matter though. I'm gonna close out my browser. I'm gonna leave this. Oh, cancel. I guess I could cancel that. Alright, we're back. So, like I said, he could just switch into his Ditto here, or he could hope for a full para, and he's going for a Substitute again. I'm just going to keep Flash Cannoning. He doesn't get the full para, which is good. This Heliolisk is really worn down, and he's going to go for the Parabolic Charge, and he's going to get all that health back. But I think now I can just go into Lapras. I can go into Lapras, and I can Max Quake. I want to Max Quake. I can go for this Max Quake here. He goes for the Glare. He paralyzes us. If we get full parried, we don't. So we get a special defense boost, which is great. That was a very annoying Heliolisk set. Once this Gardevoir is gone, we are free to Outrage. So he goes Gengar. I'm going to Resonance. See what kind of Gengar he is. Gengar get Phantom Force? He can't Destiny Bond me, so that's fine. I'm not worried about Destiny Bond. He goes for the Giga Drain. He crits us. That's fine. Oh, he gets so much health back. We go for the Resonance. We knock him out, so that's good. If he goes Ditto here, he gets the boost, which he did not go into Ditto. He goes for the Psychic Feigns. I'm gonna get the Resonance up again. So we're still behind screens. We are parried. Hopefully we don't get full parried here. I'm going to Freeze Dry. Goes for the Psychic Fangs again. Don't get full parried. Alright, good. The Lapras has done its thing. The Ditto comes in. It gets the special defense boost, but that is a-okay. I'm going to Thunderbolt here. We'll see what he goes for. Maybe we might get a para on this Thunderbolt, which would be great. He could just knock us out with his own Thunderbolt. But that means he's locked into Thunderbolt. At that point, if he has Scarf Ditto, which means I can go into Ninetales and just click Weather Ball. So we'll see what he does. He might just switch out. He goes for the Freeze Dry. So we can just go into Ninetales here. We can go into Ninetales here, and I'm going to go for Weather Balls. Could even just go for a Nasty Plot, but I think Weather Ball at this point is a safer play. Goes into Gardevoir. He traces the Drought, which is good. I don't want him to trace, I do not want him to trace Chlorophyll. I'm assuming that he's Scarf, but he's not going to knock us out. Alright, he goes for Destiny Bond. That is great. That's fine with me. because now I can force him to go into Vivillons, or do I want him to change into Flygon? He's faster if he changes into Flygon, but he's also faster if he changes into Vivillons. Oh, this is gonna be close. This is gonna be close. He might have this game. Not if I lock him into X Scissor though. Not if he locks himself into X Scissor. He does go X Scissor. Alright. Alright. So see, here's the thing. I can go into Flygon, maybe live a hit. What speed is my Vivillons at? What speed was Vivillons beat at? 317. I think we lose this game, man. I think we lose this game. Flygon has to live a hit here. Flygon has to live this hit, and I don't know if he does. I'm gonna go for the outrage. We live! Oh my goodness, we lived that hit. Oh man, that was a close game. That was a really close game. That was a really good game. Oh wow. Wow, we live on 2%. Wow. Yeah, that hyper voice, that hyper voice on the heel of this. I knew I needed my Flygon's HP. I knew I needed my Flygon's HP, and I let it go by switching it on that hyper voice. And yeah, his heel this really almost cost me the game. But we lived on 2 HP. He had to go for the X Scissor, and we lived it. If he went Leaf Blade, maybe it would have been better if he went Leaf Blade, but he has a high crit ratio. Oh my goodness, man, that was close. That was way too close. I was nervous for this match all week long. And a lot of our sets did exactly what they were supposed to, but his Ditto plays were really good this game. His Ditto plays were like a lot better than what I remembered them being last game. So yeah, GG's to him, and like he had a great season. I think he ended now 6-5, but he made playoffs. Like I said, he made playoffs. He was a wild card, and he almost upset me, which is big. But yeah, GG's to him. And with that, guys, that's probably where I'm going to leave you. So if you like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya. Okay, guys. So I know I just did my outro and stuff, but I really wanted to actually show off these calcs. Like if you saw the team builder, I just kind of threw defenses into my Flygon. Me throwing those defenses saved me. My Flygon was on 40 HP on the last turn, and he went for X Scissor. And as you can see here, X Scissor does a max of 39.7%. So he had to get a crit to KO us there, and he had to go for X Scissor because if I would have known this, my play was switch into Flygon, eat the X Scissor, be on like 2% like we were, swap back out into Vivillons, let Vivillons go down, then Sun's over, and my Flygon is 100% faster. Actually no, that wasn't it, because his Vivillons would have been max speed. So yeah. That wasn't the play. I don't think. What was my Vivillons speed? If my Vivillons speed was faster than, it was 285 and Flygon was 285, so they would have speed tied. So that actually was not the play. What I did exactly was the play, but he didn't. If I would have known he didn't have the chance to OHKO without a crit, I would have been a lot less worried. But he had to go for X Scissor because if he goes, this is my Vivillons set. If he goes for Leaf Blade on Vivillons, even with 2 crits at the damage we were at, he doesn't KO us and he loses that 1v1 against Vivillons. So he had to go X Scissor, which means he didn't have the chance to OHKO my Flygon, which is great. Knowing that it wasn't like a bad roll on his part. It wasn't a roll at all, actually. He just had to crit. He had to crit to win, and that was insane. If my Flygon had the 20 EVs that were in its defenses, if I had that in my HP, so we'd have 24 in HP and 0 in defense, he does have the chance to OHKO with X Scissor there. If my Flygon was at 40%, he would have X Scissor. He would have a 6.3% chance to OHKO us there, which is a percentage chance. So we could have lost that game if we didn't just stack those EVs in the defense. But yeah, I kind of wanted to go through those calcs and kind of tell y'all that he needed a crit to win. Like, we had the game in the bag, I just didn't know it at the time. He just needed a crit to win. So, like I said, that is finally where I'm going to leave you. So if you like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.